What was scarier, your first day on EastEnders or Strictly?
No, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm actually embarrassed now. No, actually, you know what? Don't put her in a Housewives. Put her in Love Island.
Oh, my life. Can we
imagine? I would love that.
Hello and welcome to the Joy of Shopping podcast. My name is Emma Jo Real-Davies. I'm the new host of the podcast, a QVC presenter and a garden expert. And I have the most amazing guest on this week's episode. Lovely Nina Wadia is an actress, a comedian. She is known for her roles in Goodness Gracious Me and, of course, EastEnders, and featured on my favourite show of all time, Strictly Come Dancing. Please welcome to the podcast, not just Nina Wadia, but Nina Wadia, OBE, everybody! Nina!
Very kind.
What a joy it is to have you here. How are you? Are you well?
I'm good.
Great.
I'm really good.
Oh, great. Let's get into it because, of course, this is the Joy of Shopping podcast.
Right.
What was the very last thing you bought?
If I'm very honest, it was a chef's knife.
Ooh! Tell us more.
So, we've had a knife that was given to us for our wedding. So it's 27 years. It was actually a wedding present, which apparently is not very good luck in certain ways. This was my husband's ex-girlfriend. I don't know if that was a sign. But anyway, so...
Hang on, sorry. Wait a minute. Your husband's ex-girlfriend bought you a knife as a wedding present?
Yes, I mean, in fairness to her. No. In fairness to her, it's a very expensive knife. It is a chef's knife, and she is a chef. So that does make sense.
Okay, kind of makes sense. Also a bit weird, but it doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. Also weird that she was invited to the wedding. But anyway, that's enough. Let's not go there.
We've digressed already.
So this chef's knife, it lasted 27 years. I thought it would be a lifetime, but anyway, can't find the guarantee anywhere. So I thought any excuse to go shopping. And so we were actually driving back from, where was I working last? I think it was the Peninsula, Gower Peninsula in Wales.
Oh, nice.
And we stopped off at one of the shopping outlets, stores, and I saw like a professional cook store, and I thought, hey, I wonder if they've got it. And we went in, there was a proper demo and everything, and I thought, no, I'll just take a £20 knife, it's fine. And he was like, you have to try this knife. Ooh. It's Japanese. Ooh. It's this, it's that, it's this kind of stainless steel as well. And I'm like, let me try. I barely touched the potato I was trying to cut, and it just slipped through, and I went, I don't care how much this costs, I'm buying this knife. It was one of the most beautiful things. And now I'm like, I any excuse to use my knife, I'm like, we're just top and tailing strawberries. I'll do it. It glides. It's so beautiful.
Oh,
so, yeah, love it.
Love that. A lovely kitchen knife.
Lovely kitchen knife. I highly recommend everyone has at least one really, really, really good one.
Yes.
I mean, I spent a ridiculous amount of money on it, which I did not think a knife would cost that much money, but it's worth every penny.
Can you tell us how much?
I can tell you. It's very embarrassing.
No, it's not. It's fine, Nina. Go on.
£150 for a knife.
How much?
No, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm actually embarrassed now.
£450?
Yes, but it's a lifetime guarantee. And it wasn't given by an ex-girlfriend. And it's got a Japanese print. And it's made in Japan, and it helps lots of Japanese people. There you go.
It's got a Japanese print. So it's worth every pound.
Tsunami print on the blade. It's so and he threw in, and this is my favorite thing about shopping.
Okay, go on.
He threw in a diamond stone.
Did he?
Yes, which was another £25. So that was for free.
Okay.
And he threw in the cover, which was another £8. That was also for free.
Gosh, it's gross. You sound like you got a great deal.
I got a great bargain.
A great bargain. Do you know what? I was about to recommend to you, Nina. We do this fabulous product on QVC from the Grumpy Gardener, which is a knife sharpener. It's $7.99, and it's I might have got that price wrong. I think I've got that price wrong. It was on a big deal recently, but it is the best thing ever. But it sounds like, mate, what, you've got your diamond stone now, so you don't need it. Or diamond stone.
Oh gosh,
wow.
Honestly, but see, this is the problem with me and shopping, right?
Yeah,
I buy very little, but when I buy, it is ridiculous.
Okay.
That is my shopping style.
You splurge.
I splurge.
Yeah.
But I buy it because I just think it is the kind of quality of it. And honestly, like literally my knife was so dull, it is worth every slice.
Every courgette you cut, you're like, yes.
It was like, yes, I'm making money cutting things now. I'll start my own restaurant because of this knife. make the money back.
Do you know what I really want you to do? You know when you buy an expensive dress and you're like, well, I've worn it 3 times. Yeah. So, each wear was £30, something like that. Every slice you do, Nina, I need you to like add it up. And then next time I see you, you're going to have to tell me how much per slice that night.
That sounds good. Okay. I will do that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. No, can I just quickly say that I'm on you with the Japanese knife?
Yes.
Because this is like a weird chat, but I'm a gardener. So I have some Japanese secateurs, and I thought they were expensive.
I need somebody. Mine are really blunt.
Oh, really?
For sure.
Oh, gosh. £450 later. There you go. No, and I've lost mine. No. And it's heartbreaking. I just left them in the garden somewhere. And they're my most treasured possession. Yes. But anyway, I completely get why you spend that much on a good knife.
Honestly, when you find something that is that special, it was just incredible.
Oh my gosh, that is what a story.
And I've cut watermelons I've been eating loads of watermelon this summer because it just glides through the roof. I'm just justifying every moment. I feel so incredibly guilty.
Have you chopped a coconut with it? That's what I want to know.
Right, that's next.
Oh, yeah, that's a challenge. Don't hurt yourself. I have a question. If you were to go shopping right now, like right this minute, and you were to buy one item which represents your personality, what would it be and why?
Oh, wow. It's got to be something silly and my weakness, which is kitchen gadgetry.
Which we've discovered.
My kitchen has all the expensive things. If anyone ever wants to rob my house, go to my kitchen.
Okay.
That's right. Everything.
Is that encouraging?
I'm not encouraging it, but should they choose to get value for money, I would be in my kitchen.
Gadgets over jewelry.
Yes. I would say, I have a real weakness for anything that makes my life easy in the kitchen. And this comes from the fact that I used to hate cooking, and now it is my biggest passion. And it's gadgets that have made it my biggest passion.
Okay.
But I also buy silly gadgets. So I think what I would go out of buy, which is something I bought years ago and again broke quite recently. When my son was little, he was a very lazy eater, right? He'd be one of those kids that hated using cutlery. If it was spaghetti, it would just go in his mouth like that, just everywhere with his hands. So how do I encourage my son to eat spaghetti properly? And I was at I think it was Spirit of Christmas fair. That's another weakness. Ideal Home Show, Spirit of Christmas. I get completely wrapped into anything like that. And I bought a fork, a spaghetti fork for children. It's battery operated. You just stick it in the spaghetti. It twirls itself.
No.
And the bite's ready for you. And my son ate spaghetti without spilling a drop. And he loved it. Anytime he said, what would you like to eat? He'd go, biscotti, which was spaghetti. He was 2.5. And so anything that's a kitchen gadget that's silly and fun would be a representation of me.
That is I love that. The twizzly spaghetti fork that twizzles itself.
Best thing I ever bought for my son. Honestly, for till he was about 6. And then we had to pry it out of his hands and we have to use a fork. And that was that
proper adult.
Yes, fork. But it made his life so simple and he loved it. So, for me, shopping has to have a bit of practicality as well.
Okay.
I've just always been that way because I was never very girly growing up. So my shopping habits were terrible. My shopping habits were only if I need something, I would go out and I'd buy it and it had to be of some use. And it's only kind of in my later life I've discovered the joy of shopping and what's exciting about it. So,
that's lovely. I really need like a twizzly spaghetti fork, but in the form of chopsticks, because I am still learning. I'm still learning. Like I'm quite confident going into a Wakamama, picking up the chopsticks, and I can do a katsu curry. I'm down with a katsu curry, but give me like a ramen or noodles. Oh my life, it's all over the place.
Really?
Yeah, I make it right.
So this is a good idea for a gadget.
Exactly.
Something like a chopstick trainer. Should we create it, invent it and sell it?
I think we should.
Done.
Have we checked it doesn't exist yet?
It does exist, but I can pretend I didn't know where it came from. I grew up in Hong Kong, so I've seen... of course you grew up in Hong Kong. Yeah, it's literally what they've got is kind of a U-shaped, almost tongue.
Okay.
And that's how you practice. That's how you learn as a little child. You get a U-shaped tongue. And then one day they just go, right, we're not doing the kind of the ones that sticks here by itself. Now practice with the two things. And it's brilliant.
So is it like barbecue tongs?
Yeah, but small for the hands,
like small little babies.
Small little babies.
I am going to look for one of these.
I think you should.
This is
because if you actually paid attention to Wagamamas, they actually have that for kids.
Yeah, but it's because I'm not a child.
I know.
That's the problem. And I've made me feel embarrassed. But maybe I will ask next time.
Go and ask.
Yeah.
They have chopsticks for kids.
Okay.
And they're attached to the corner like that. And they're running.
Like tweezers?
Like literally like tweezers.
Okay, so when I'm at home, because I love making a ramen, so I'm going to practice and eat it with tweezers.
That's it. And then you'll get the hang of it.
Nina, this has already been a life-changing conversation. We're 2 minutes in. Oh, you just changed my life, honestly. When I next go with my husband, we're going to ask for those tiny little tongs. I'm very excited. Very excited. What is your... Okay, so say if you've had like a really awful week, obviously as an actress, I don't mean to say, you're always having an awful week. Yeah, but what I was going to say is that you're travelling a lot, aren't you? Yes. You're here and there, and obviously you've just come off tour from doing an amazing musical where you've been all over the shop.
Yes.
If you've had a really long week, at the end of it, are you ever like, I just need to treat myself with a little purchase?
Yes.
What would it be?
Actually, I do that, but it's not a thing. It's a service. So I treat myself to a massage, or I'll treat myself to a facial, or treat myself to something that is relaxing. Because that's what I need. I just came off this 7-month musical and I was destroyed. Like, it took a lot out of me. And so I just needed to I might even book a little weekend away or a holiday or something that is revitalizing and that just gets me back to me.
Okay. So with the massage, are you having that in hotel, or do you use, when you say service, do you use one of those apps where someone comes to your house?
No, I prefer to go somewhere else because it also puts you in a different mindset. So if I choose a massage, it will always be in a nice spa. I just think I've never relaxed having a massage like at a massage company or something like that. For me, the environment has to also be relaxing and calming. Because you get so many, those apps that you can get where you get like a discounted thing here for massage. That I actually got one of those bought for me, by a friend of mine, and we went together, but the place was dirty. It was noisy, and it was in the middle of a leisure center with the kids class going on outside. And I thought, how do you relax? No matter how good the massage is, you can't actually let go. So I think it's part of the mindset. You need to be somewhere relaxing at the same time.
That sounds like a good thing to do. That is your guilty. Yeah, that might be doing. I love that. Sure. What pressure do you have?
Deep. I'm deep tissue girl.
Really?
And if I can get a Thai massage with deep tissue at the same time, that's me done.
Oh
no, I love it.
The elbows.
Every part of me needs to be kind of let go of. Because Apparently I hold all my stress in my neck and my shoulders.
I think that's quite common, isn't it?
It is, yes. But when I go for these kind of very, very deep, especially the Thai-led massages, they actually release stuff in the feet first. I'd gone years and years ago, when I just got married, I'd been for a massage out in the Maldives. It was part of our honeymoon thing, and we'd been there. And it had been a very difficult time getting to there. Sadly, a lot of sadness in both our families, my husband and mine. We'd lost a few people in the family, and it was a very intense period of time. I will never forget this massage. This tiny little Thai lady. It was just the sweetest woman. Her name was Elma. I'll never forget. And I had to apologize to her at the end because it was a 2-hour massage. We were lying down. She barely touched my feet. And I'd obviously had all this stress built up from everything that had happened in the last 3 years of my life. Just pressed the middle of my feet. And I started bawling. And she was a bit nervous. And she sort of looked over and was like, should I carry on? Are you okay? No, please don't stop. And for the next 2 hours straight, I bawled my eyes out.
Oh, Nina.
Massage, something physical, I think, is just something that really, really, really helps in life. Like that physical contact with another human being. And when you have people who really know what they're doing, is one of the best feelings. And that for me is a luxury, is treating myself to massage.
Because the feet thing, isn't that reflexology?
It is, yeah.
Where like people can often tell about like struggles you're having in your life. And it's kind of crazy how sometimes they'll know. Like certain bits of the feet respond to different parts of the brain or something, so they can kind of tell what's been going on. And I don't know if it's all scientifically proven, but it's like holistic.
It is. And I realised, and it's real. It's 100% real. I mean, again, growing up in Hong Kong and in India, you kind of know of these holistic therapies that are very good for you. And when you really, really understand them, you can actually heal with them. Most of my life, I've stayed away from chemical medication as much as I possibly can. I mean, I would never say no if it's needed but I always try doing something holistically first, or naturopathy is beautiful for me. I really heal a lot from that. Going through stuff with perimenopause, also healing with, flower-based things or plant-based things. I never really understood that, but now I'm actually studying it and I love it. And I'm realizing actually it's a much healthier way of looking after yourself as you get older rather than going straight for the chemicals. We've got someone in the family who's been told they've got high cholesterol right now. And the first thing the doctor says is, oh, go on statins. I'm like, no chemicals. Let's try and reverse it in the most natural way possible first, and it's working. It's working. It's just changing the way that you eat or changing, certain things in your diet and then adding in, certain oils and things in your foods. It really helps.
So actually, that's really interesting. So obviously, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm a gardener. So I love plants, herbs, petals, like the whole shebang.
Yeah.
So talk to me specifically, are there any herbs that you use like specifically for the perimenopause that you have found have helped you personally?
Yes, I mean, there's St. John's wort, which I use. There's primrose oil, evening primrose oil. There's, and then there are certain teas that I make, that you can do where it's even just something as simple as fresh mint and chamomile with the tiniest bit of honey, just to calm yourself, because that's the thing with perimenopause for me. I find I'm just wired sometimes, and my temperament's changed as I've gotten older. You do naturally get grumpier because you're in a lot of pain a lot of times with the menopause and things like that. It's just, there's so much going on both physiologically and mentally. So you need to have these sort of natural herbs and kind of plants that help you to relax and to go through those things. And just, you don't always have to resort to chemical stuff. And I find that people are very quick to do that and dismiss things that are just in nature and around us. So one of the things I've been doing recently is doing press trips that I used to do when I was younger. And press trips allow me to go and explore different places. I went to Croatia recently and did a whole restore and reset. And it was 5 days where you're eating healthy, you're drinking lots of kind of very natural based, plant-based kind of drinks. Very like simple stuff again. I came back after this retreat and I felt 10 years younger.
Really?
It was incredible because there is this reset that you must do, especially as you get older. You really have to look after yourself. I mean, I'm finding in my 50s now, I'm already kind of joints are hurting, this is hurting, that, and I'm starting to fall apart already. And you think, okay, I need to start now. I don't want to wait till I'm, in my late 60s, early 70s and then go, oh, I wish I'd done something about it. So I'm starting earlier and I'm finding that actually being around nature is the healthiest thing that you can do. Going back to old school ways, my Instagram strolling, my this, that, everything's taken a back kind of seat at the moment. And I found that is a really, really good way of just finding yourself again.
That is so lovely. I'm a big believer in this. And also because without getting too technical, and we'll probably have to cut this out because I'm not sure legally we can say it, but I'm going to say it. Anyway, if you look at like a lot of medicines come from plants.
Yes,
so it's like crazy when people dismiss I'm a big Western medicine. Yeah. I'm not, anti-medicine or anything at all.
No,
but I believe I'm literally with you on that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those amazing hotels in Switzerland, which are like gut health hotels?
Yes, I have.
Oh my gosh, Nina, you need to get yourself on a PR list.
I would
one of those.
love to do one of those.
They're incredible.
They are.
Because you go there,
yeah.
you eat beans, basically, for 5 days.
Yeah.
They test your poo. Yeah. It's just incredible. And you do exercise. Yeah. You go and have a walk by the lake. Yeah. And they take your phone away, and I'm sign me up.
Yes.
Honestly, it just
genuinely, that is going on my list next.
Yeah, put it on your list, honestly. Back to shopping for a second.
Yeah.
Have you ever been recognised while you've been out shopping?
Oh, all the time.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Wherever when you're buying anything embarrassing?
Oh, the worst for me is supermarket shopping.
Really?
There is this habit that people have, and I don't know what the obsession is, where they walk past and have to comment on something in my basket or something in my phone. Why? I don't understand.
Well, because they recognise you.
Yeah, because they would recognise me. And then, but the way that it happens is really, I don't mind that they recognise me. I have lovely conversations in supermarkets. But the point is, why do you have to comment on what I'm buying? I don't say, and the thing is, I love to cook like really unusual things. That's another new thing because I got my new knife and I do. I like
to make the most of it.
Yes, otherwise what? So I'll go into, and I drive the guys in Sainsbury's and Waitrose mad because I will go in then go, because those are my two kind of closest supermarkets. And if I can't find something in Sainsbury's, I will go to Waitrose, and Waitrose 9 times out of 10 will have it because it's such a random thing. So I'm into Vietnamese cooking right now, and I've never been to Vietnam, but it looks gorgeous, and I'm trying to make all these different things. But sometimes they'll ask for a spice I've never heard of, and I'll go in and go, do you have this? And then it'll be in my trolley, and then they'll go, oh, what's that? Is that a shampoo? No, it's a herb. It's a spice.
Is that shampoo?
You will be surprised.
What?
People have not seen something. It happened the other day when I bought some tahini. I'm making some hummus. I found a fabulous recipe for hummus, by the way. Really simple but delicious. So I digress a lot, as you found out. This woman saw tahini and she went, oh, is that shoe polish? I went, it is sesame paste. What's wrong with people? They should read the labels and you will see what it is.
Oh, that is so funny.
But yeah, so that happens a lot to me. People will do that. And 9 times out of 10, when I'm having a really bad day, and sometimes I cheer myself up by, maybe going shopping to find something that'll take away the bad feeling, is when I'll be recognized. Oh. And I'm in just, sweats and a t-shirt and I haven't bothered to put any makeup on. And that's the day that 9 times out of 10, I'll get recognized and people want to take several photos.
Oh, it's always the way.
And then if you feel really embarrassed, we're going, actually, can we not do photos today? Because I really don't feel good. But then they'll go, oh, no, it's fine. You're okay. And you think, oh, fine, just take the photo. As Mila. Well, yeah, I seem to have that kind of luck.
Has anyone ever asked you to sign their ready meal? Like, as in, give them your autograph, but on a product that they're buying in Sainsbury's?
No, but I have been asked to sign people's chests.
Have you?
Yes. And this was after EastEnders. I don't know what they thought of Zainab Masood, the character I played on that. My fan mail was a very strange bit of fan mail. It was mostly soldiers, ex-soldiers, who seemed to really like my character. Please don't ask me why. I have no idea. So I have been asked for a group of boys to sign their chests.
Their bare chests?
Their bare chests, which was actually kind of exciting, I'll be honest.
So what, hang on, can we talk through this? So where, was this just in the street?
Where was I? I was in Bournemouth at the show. What do you call it? The flybys with the
Red Arrow.
Red Arrow. So that was it.
Thank you.
Red Arrows.
Thank you,
Producer Beck. Yes, it was the Red Arrows, and we were out, and I got stopped by this group of boys, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's Mrs. Masood!" And next thing I know, they're ripping their shirts open and getting their Sharpie pen. I'm like, "What is happening right now?"
They had Sharpie pens in their pockets.
I have no idea. They produced a Sharpie pen.
Of course they did. Oh my God.
They're army people. I could have carved into their chest with a penknife. I don't know. But the point is, it was like, I said, "What is going on? This is the most bizarre thing," but it was kind of fun. So yeah, and that's when I was told, "Oh my God, we love it. We love your character on EastEnders." And I think the phrase was, "We love to hate her so much." She's become our favorite character.
I can't get over that story.
And fan mail. My first 3 years on EastEnders, before the domestic violence storyline, this was when she was the fun Masood.
Yeah.
Was a lot of German soldiers.
Really?
I have no idea what they... She was a really strong Muslim woman.
Yeah.
And that was her fan base.
Well, we won't go there.
Please explain it to me.
Yeah, no, well, I can't, but I wish I could. Wow.
So do I.
Gosh, that is quite the story. Have you got a photo of yourself with these lads and their chests? Or
No, I don't. Unfortunately, I wish I had.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
That would have been nice. Well, one for the wall. Never mind. So talking of EastEnders,
yes,
of course you had an amazing time in EastEnders. What was scarier, your first day on EastEnders or Strictly? And by Strictly, we of course mean Strictly Come Dancing.
Yes, of course. I would say EastEnders by far.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's such an institution. It was and it's a show that, like, I was creating a character that was coming into something so established, and if I had not pitched it right, it could have gone very wrong for me as an actor. So I was very nervous about things. I wasn't a soap person. I was someone who I love, comedy. I love action movies. I love kind of football. This was not in my remit to watch soaps. So I was sent tapes because the brief I was given was Pauline Fowler, but funny. So I was sent tapes of Wendy Richards, and I was like watching tapes, this amazing actress, and thinking, Pauline Fowler, but how do you make this grumpy old woman funny? My husband said, be yourself, but that's a different story. But the way I found her was I found that if I gave her a very blunt quality, people would find her funny. So if she's in a scene and someone goes, oh, does my bum look big in this outfit? She'd go, yes. The audience would find that funny, and she'd go, you asked me, I told you. That's the character I created. And I was very nervous, and I was told I would have 2 mentors, 2 people that would be the people that showed me around the show. And my 2 mentors were lovely. One was Rob Kaczynski, who played Sean Slater, who I love. And Jamie Borthwick, played Jade, who was 13 at the time, but really cute. He was like, yeah, come on then, love, I'll show you around. He was so gorgeous. So those were my 2 little mentors. And I was put at ease instantly. It was honestly one of the best days, just my first day there, after having been so nervous and kind of wound up about it. So yeah, it was lovely.
You've often said that you have found that your niche is playing characters that the audience loves to hate.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because it's, okay, so people who you dislike, so people you like to hate, are normally great characters to play and great characters to watch. I think people don't enjoy watching nice people on screen. It's a bit boring. You like the villain. You always do, because the villains are the ones that you don't hopefully come across in real life a lot. So it's fun as an actor, and B, it's fun as an audience member to watch. And so that's why I like playing those characters, because you don't get to be that type of way in real life. Hopefully people think I'm a decent human being. So but that's boring to watch on screen. So you want the opportunity to play someone a bit mischievous or a bit naughty or a bit rude or a bit mean. It's just fun to play, and then it's fun to watch them.
The Craig Revel hordes as well.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Again, and he was in fact, funny if you mentioned Craig, so Craig directed and choreographed, now that's what I call a musical.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh, so you were working with him again?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's amazing.
It was great.
Oh, that is amazing. Who was your possibly fiercest or funniest competitor on Strictly, would you say?
Do you know what was really nice about our group on Strictly? Was that we all liked each other.
Oh.
It was a really, really lovely class of people. We still have a WhatsApp group going. It's just a really warm, friendly group. So there wasn't anyone in terms of kind of dancing that way. What was incredible on that was, I got to know Neil very well. Neil is, for me, he was the best dancer there. He's the guy who's won the most accolades out of everyone. His experience is incredible, and he's a superb choreographer. He's got his own show coming out soon, from what I understand. It's just, and we laughed a lot together. We made these very, very funny little videos that I loved. In fact, actually, that was more fun than Strictly for me. It was just working on the videos with him, because his comic timing's bloody brilliant. So there wasn't anyone really that way there. There was. It was just one of those years where we just got on, and it was fun.
And do you all meet up for lunches now? And
I wish we did. If anyone had time to do that. I love Dan. I got on really well with Dan and Hugo. They were kind of just fun to kind of even work with and spend time with. They were great. And Neil occasionally I do get in touch with, and it's nice. It's really nice.
Did you manage to take home any of the sequin outfits?
Ugh, no. Oh, no.
What?
Sequin is my enemy.
Nina, you are joking.
No, that is the one side of it. And I think this is from, like I said, I was a bit of a tomboy growing up. And actually, my most hated thing about Dave Strictly was actually getting ready to do the show.
No.
You're going to hate me for this, but I genuinely, it was not my cup of tea at all. The preening and the prodding and the being sewn into and the being sucked into and the being, kicked into. I disliked that side of it. That and that tanning thing. They make it. I'm freaking Indian, man. I don't need a tan. They put you half naked in this booth and spray you in your face. And you're like, what is happening to my life? That to me was really shocking.
That is hilarious. I can't get over it.
Everyone loved it.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone loved it. And the first time it happened, it was, all I saw was the comedy in it. Genuinely, that's all I saw was the comedy in it. But Oh, that was hard for me.
Were you there in a bikini when they're fake tanning you?
No, you're in less than that.
You're not naked.
They give you a paper thong thing.
No.
Yeah, but the top. I mean, look, when you do a show like Strictly, or even do a musical like I just did, everything's out there. Like, it's just out there because you don't want to tan with your handprints like that, do you?
No,
so
that's just true. You don't want handprint tan breasts.
No, you don't.
Oh my gosh, Nina, I can't get over this.
I know.
Okay.
So we all got to know each other very well.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Very quickly.
My God. Can I just let you know that producer Becky, who sits in the corner very quietly for every episode, is the world's biggest fake tanner.
Oh, really?
And my dad, in fact, owns a fake tanning business.
No way.
Yes.
Oh,
is that right, Becky?
He worked at a company that sold spray tanning machines.
So that company that sold spray tanning machines, and Becky has her own tent and spray tan. And Becky, do you do the hands on breasts thing?
So see, people are naked, right? Because that's how you get
a little
tan.
paper pan.
That's it.
I've never.
Feet.
Yes, very sticky.
Sticky feet?
Yes.
Oh, because you're tanning. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want it to get underneath your feet.
No, you don't. And the ladies were, in fairness, it was actually one of the fun things to do before the show. Because, like everyone was standing in the corridor outside, one after the other, just going in there. Everyone's like, get me done quick so I can go off and...
You are given a robe when you walk out, aren't you? I'm just imagining this trail of celebrities with like fake tan footprints. Everyone's naked. I never heard this about Strictly
that
before.
image with you. Let's just say that's what happened.
Nina, no, I just can't go over this. Okay, right. Okay, so
It was sadly like that in the musical, I'll tell you. Because in the musical, when you've got to get changed at the side of the stage, and these are mostly dancers who have the most incredible bodies, so they don't really care. They actually like showing everything. I asked actually at the beginning, I was like, I only had a couple of very quick changes in the second half. And I said, oh, can I quickly go? So I'm like, there is nowhere to go. Side of the stage, 30 seconds, you're back on. So I very quickly got used to just, right, this is what it is. And there we go.
Do you have this problem? Because obviously, so as a presenter here at QVC, I have a similar situation where I'm like, not quickly getting changed, but I'm getting changed and people are messing around, microphones and God knows what. And I often have an issue where I'll arrive and realise I've worn my terrible pairs of pants that have got holes in them.
Yes.
Or like your terrible bra that's, coming apart, the lace is coming apart already.
Yes.
You've had it since you were 12.
Yeah.
Have you got a bra like that?
I've got mostly all my underwear like that.
Oh, really?
Because when you find something comfortable, you just want to stay in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, having said that, actually, one of the nicest things on Strictly was they did have people who came in and gave you some very, very nice things. I got a few freebies. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention brands.
Yes, you can.
But I think it was Fantasy,
as in the underwear brand.
Yes, yeah. They were just so generous with that. They came in and, if something fit nice, you were just given a bunch of those to just wear and it was lovely. So I was like, okay, this is really, there's a perk. There are lots of perks. Again, with tanning products, we got a bunch of tanning products.
Which obviously you didn't like. We've now started.
I gave to my friends. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I was like, no, not for me. But, so yeah, there were loads of like, just really nice things that happened during the show. And like I said, the nicest thing was that bunch of people that we all became friends. It was lovely.
Great.
There was a really nice side to it.
I love that you came away with a bunch of nice friends and some posh pants.
Yes.
That just makes me very happy.
Shouldn't all shows be like
yes,
that?
I would like to demand some
to
posh
be honest,
pants.
in fairness, having been in television this many years, that is what I've come away with after every show, I think I've done.
Were you ever presented with an outfit for Strictly that you were like, I'm not wearing that?
Yes. There was a mirrored thing that I had to wear for the Tango, I think it was. I was not a fan of that one. It was just uncomfortable.
But you wore it?
Well, I did have a choice.
Oh, you see, you don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. It's the designer's vision or, what they want in terms of hair, makeup, whatever. It's their vision. You don't really get to say, but they are very good at what they do. They know exactly what will pop on screen. And at the time when it's being done to you, and I do say it's being done to you because it's a lot. It's a lot. I think I've never worn that much makeup, in my life, in any show I've ever done. But you're sparkling, you're shining, and I just felt like I'd been put through a car wash, to be honest.
But the opposite.
Yes, pretty much. And then you come out and everything's just sort of done and you're like set and you're sprayed to death and nothing moves. So it's, for me, I would have preferred it to be more about dancing.
Because you trained as a dancer.
Yeah, I actually love to dance. But there's a lot more to Strictly than just dancing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry, we didn't move on from Strictly. I'm sure like everyone else, we are just so fascinated by this whole experience. Did you then have to take it all off yourself? Because I have to confess that taking my makeup off at the end of the day is one of my least favourite parts of life. I hate it.
Mine too. I
hate it.
Well, I was taking off makeup for about 3 weeks after every night. I had makeup in places you should not have makeup.
Really?
I think because you sweat as well, when you're dancing and it's all hot there and then the lights are on you and this and that. So they do say, would you like us to come up and, help you take all the pins out? Because there's a lot of pins in your head most of the time if you have any length of hair. So they do help, but it is a process. It takes almost as long to take it all off as it does to put it all on.
Oh my gosh. And was there anything, like in terms of beauty products, is there anything specific that you love to use? Are you big on skincare?
Yes. I did come away with, the makeup artist was wonderful. And she, they gave us lots of really nice bronzers. I thought the bronzers they used were really beautiful. And in fact, she actually taught me, to contour properly and things like that. So there's a lot of that stuff. And like I said, not having been a girly girl when I was younger, I'm actually doing that now. I'm teaching myself a lot of different things, and it's exciting and things I learned. Like, I went to an event. There was a sort of event where a lot of TV kind of celebrities, we were all called to it. So I think Claudia was hosting it, and it's part of Boots, number 7 or something. And you come away with these goodie bags of all these products and you think, whoa. And I do find it interesting that when you start to use certain things and then people comment, they go, your skin's looking really good. You go, actually, this does work. Because that's the thing about beauty products I find really fascinating where, people say, well, this serum, it really absorbs into your skin. It'll plump your face and this and then you go, does it really though? And then when people start saying, you go, oh, hang on a minute. Actually, maybe there is something. It's not magic, but there's actually stuff in these products that actually makes things work. So, and then you find certain products, you go, actually, I love that. That made my lips look a bit nice. Or I like this because it makes my eyes shine. Or, a mascara that really does give me longer eyelashes. So I have got more into beauty products a lot. And I never, ever, ever, especially when I left EastEnders, wanted to be on social media of any kind. I never was, right up until I did leave. And then the advice was you should go on it. My agent was obsessed with me getting onto social media because it makes difference. And all of a sudden, I have noticed is if I sometimes wear, let's say, a dress that was given to me by a designer or something, I do get women who will write to me and go, sorry, where did you get that from? I want to know what size are you wearing? Like, where can I buy it? And I'm thinking, I'm not your shopping assistant. Why is this being asked? So I've had to get a social media manager to kind of to handle that side of things because it's not something I ever expected would come my way. Because when I look at people who are influencers and that's their job, they really take care in how they do it. And I thought, I don't have the skills for this. It's an actual skill to be able to do that and do it well.
And we've been doing it here at QVC for years, can I just say?
Absolutely. I'm sure you are. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's new to me.
Yes.
I'm not of that generation of that kind of stuff. Tech. I hate tech. So I'm not of that generation. So for me, it's a learning curve about how social media works, about what influencers do. And I am enjoying parts of it. I'll be honest. There are certain things where, it is exciting with this, especially new kitchen gadget. I do love that. I actually am fascinated by it. And then I'm the type of person, if I actually really like something and I believe in it, I will shout it to the world. But I'm also the type that if I don't like something, I will just go, I'm not interested. Because I do get sent products sometimes via my agent where I'll go, this is really bad. I'll say to my agent, what do I do with it? And she'll just go, just ignore it, just pretend you never received it. And I'm going, I feel bad. They made an effort to send it. I said, do I write back and go, sorry, it needs a bit of work? What do I do?
I love this.
What do I do though?
Give them a review.
No, I'm serious. Because I don't want to insult them by putting it out there going, this is bad, don't buy it. Or do I get in touch with them privately and go, look, I know what you're trying to do. It's just not working.
I think that doesn't work. I think they'd appreciate honest feedback.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reckon
I
they
wouldn't
would.
mind that.
Because do you know what? At QVC, I have to say, one of the great things about QVC is that we have a great review system on the website.
All right. Okay.
So people write their reviews, and it's a game changer because you read their reviews and a review will say, I love, this is brilliant, really easy to put together, and blah, blah, and then you're like, great, I know now, but I can put that together on my way. Whereas something will say, this is really heavy, and actually for me on my own, it's a difficult thing to maneuver around. And you're like, okay, well, I live on my own, so no.
Yeah.
So I think, go for it. You start your life as a review writer.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Done.
I think you absolutely should. What do you then like? So you just said, obviously, certain things you get given and you're like, yes, this is brilliant. Like your, fantasy underwear, etc. Oh, I don't know why I'm like keep going on. I'm sorry, it's a bit weird. Anyway, and anyway. And then, but also you mentioned that you are given things that you don't like.
Yes.
So what do you love shopping for and what do you not like shopping for?
I love shopping for things that are of practical use that I actually need. I recently purchased a robotic lawnmower.
Oh, I want to talk to you about this.
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, go on.
My son is 18 now, so for years his little thing around the house is, I'll go, Aiden, can you please mow the lawn? Please mow the lawn. Please just mow the lawn. Right? And it's been my bugbear. But then I would give him a bit of pocket money towards it when he did. But he's leaving. He's going to uni. And I don't want to have to do the same with my husband because I hate mowing the lawn. So I thought, you know what? I've got a robot vacuum cleaner at home, which I love.
Oh, sorry,
why not?
A robot vacuum cleaner?
You know, one of those little robot things that just kind of like, so unless it's a big spill, that goes on in the house once a week. I'm like, you go and clean while I do my work. So I got one for the lawn. It's changed my life.
Has it?
It's changed my life. I love this little thing. But I was worried about, do I have to go for the top end of this or, whatever? I don't know. What do I know from robot lawnmowers? So I thought I'd start off kind of sort of mid-range and just try it out. Best thing I've ever bought.
Really?
Yeah.
Better or worse than the kitchen knife?
Oh, nothing compares to the kitchen.
Of course not.
I have yet to make a ceviche and I'll let you know after that. But anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. I have a question. So, because I think we sell these at QVC, don't we? The robotic, the robotic vacuums.
All right.
Yes. So hang on. But is it a shark one that we have?
Yes.
The shark one. Oh. Do they climb stairs?
No.
So how do you...
I live in the bungalow.
See, there we go. That is the answer to my question. I was going to say that's very difficult if you have a lot of stairs.
But even if I did, I mean, that I wouldn't mind if I just had to do the stairs. But thing is, it just saves so much time in the rest of the house. It just does. You shove it on and then you do the dishes or whatever. It just takes up that one little less bit of time.
And does it do wet and dry things?
It does. Mine actually has a mop function.
It has a mop function?
Yes, it does. So it's really cool. So it does, it hoovers then, and then you can fill this little compartment with water and put this little triangular shaped like cloth underneath and it steams your floor.
No.
So it hoovers and then it steams. Honestly, game changers. And we don't have time. Look, just as human beings, we don't have time. Cleaning, and I like a clean house. So I'll find any gadget that will clean my house. Well, I don't have to do it.
Yeah, because then it's more time for cooking.
Exactly. And my knife.
And your knife. This is just fantastic. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've just had so many life lessons from you today, Nina. I'm going to go home with a load of notes to be like, I need all this stuff. I need to live my life like how Nina says. Wow. Okay. Right. So EastEnders. We're going to talk about EastEnders. Sure. Obviously you had an amazing, as you already said, had the best time in EastEnders. You played the wonderful character of Zainab. Do you think she would have been an Aldi shopper or a waitress woman?
Neither. They would both have been too expensive for her. I think she would have gone to a Saturday market stall in Shepherd's Bush. That's
And what would she have bought?
She'd have bought mostly vegetables. Treated them to a little bit of meat once in a while. All her kind of outfits that she needed, they were definitely bought from those stands. Oh, I hated wearing those clothes so much. She's a very basic woman. Very basic woman. And she's also one of these women who would have never bought anything online.
Really?
Never in a million years.
And why do you say that?
Well, just because she's a touchy-feely shopper. There are some people who are just touchy-feely shopper. You have to try it on, or you have to feel it, or you have to try it for yourself before you actually decide to put any money towards it.
So you hated wearing all of the outfits?
Every single outfit. That's the one job I think I've left. No, actually, no, Strictly I didn't either because it was all secret. I just did with the opposite ends. It was either very sequiny and shiny, or it was just so plain and disgusting. I hated both sets of clothes with the same amount of passion.
Tell me about a character that maybe you played in the past, in everything that you've done. Because, obviously you have done a lot more than EastEnders and Strictly.
37 years.
Yeah, theatre. Yeah. I mean, you played first Witch in Macbeth.
Yes.
I have to say, so Macbeth is my favourite play of all time.
No way.
I have played Lady Macbeth 3 times.
Stop it.
Out dance pop. So. I'm obsessed. But obviously, yes, but you obviously did it professionally and I just did it in a very tiny theatre in Reading. I did get a write-up in the newspaper though.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, well done.
I was very proud. Anyway, but which character in all of the many characters you have played over time, do you think would survive the best in a reality TV show?
Wow, what a great question. Okay, any of those guys survive in a reality When you say survive, do you mean annihilate everyone else?
Yeah.
Like the Real Housewives of?
Yes.
Definitely Zainab Masood. 100. I would love if there was a Zainab character. No, actually, you know what? Don't put her in a Housewives. Put her in Love Island.
Oh, my life. Can we imagine?
I would love that. You know how they do that thing on Love Island where they have like a DJ come and play a thing? I think, forget that. Send Zainab in to give them acting lessons for an hour instead. Because so many of them want to be actors.
Yeah,
so
they do.
You may as well do that, and that'd be so much fun.
Oh my gosh, I think we need to make this happen. I feel like this would be absolutely a thrilling watch. Because let's be honest, I'm throwing this out there. I don't know if this is controversial. I'm shooting myself in the foot here, but Love Island's boring now, isn't it?
It is.
Like, we've seen it all. Like, we've seen everything.
I don't know what else they could possibly do.
What can they do? Cast her more, who cares? Do you know what I mean? We need to send in Zainab into Love Island, into the villa. Let's get her to Spain, or where is it? Spain? Where is it?
New York.
Is it New York? Yeah, okay, or whatever. Can you tell us about a time maybe on set where something has gone horrendously wrong and you have just had to, the show must go on?
Yeah. Oh, several things. I've had wardrobe disasters live on stage. There was one in particular years and years ago. There was a show, a Michael Blakemore play I did called Now You Know. And it was actually all over the country. I can't remember if this was in Chichester or not, but it was a very reserved audience. And it was a lovely play. It was with Adam Faith.
Oh,
bless her. So I loved Adam. And I played his secretary. And there was a scene with him and I think Janet Dibley. And he was upstage looking, down at the audience. She was facing upstage. And the bathrobe that she had, and she was meant to kind of, be all sexy and so flashing with it. It got caught in the desk of this, in the desk drawer. I can't speak. And literally she went to do this and just only showed the shoulders to the back of the audience and the whole thing came off. And it was just like one of those moments where we went, please hold it together. And she did. She styled it out and I was just in awe of Janet. She was such a brilliant actress and I thought that is incredible. Absolutely incredible. There's been other moments where, I would prank people. When we did the light episode on EastEnders a couple of times, oh my goodness. So we've had things go wrong there. I'm sure you know about this. Is a moment where, who was it who called another actress by her real name and not her character?
Oh yes.
That was so tough. Well, but again, just went with it and said, it's live TV. This happens. We're human beings. It's cool. Many things. I've done things where, like, whenever Nitin, who played Masood on EastEnders, would have to eat something, I'd make sure to put loads of chili in it for the tasting moment because it was just fun, and he had to sour that out.
That's so mean.
There is a fabulous. Oh God, this was on the One show. This is proper styling something out. We did the One show and there was a challenge for Nitin and myself on the show promoting something on EastEnders. And was it Alex and Matt? Maybe I can't remember who was hosting. I think it was Matt Baker. And they said the hottest curry in the country is made in Newcastle. And we're going to have a challenge to see who can kind of not like have the least reaction to this very hot chili. And I turned to Nitin and I said to him before we went on, I don't care how hot this curry is, we're Indian. We had to style this up. And they did this just before the credits at the end. They said, right, what's the challenge? And they gave us the bowl of curry, and we had a glass of milk there and some sugar. Apparently those are two things that take away chili very quickly from now. And they said this is made with pure Scotch bonnet chilies, and only one man that they know of in Newcastle actually can eat this and feel nothing. So we were like, so I'm looking at them, so we can do this. We take one bite of this curry. Within about 3 seconds, my upper lip is swelling, like this, like literally like that. My tongue is swelling. My eyes feel like I'm going to literally shoot fire out of it. And my skin started to burn, and I'm thinking, I'm okay. I'm looking at him, his eyes, his pupils are dilated. Matt and I's given up. They're chugging that milk, they're shoving sugar in them, our bread, whatever. And the two of us just like acting. We're just going, I took another bite. Why not? My lips already swollen. What else could possibly swell? Well, my whole face. But watching the corner of my eye, the monitor for the credits to finish rolling, the minute the credits finished, I think I doused myself in milk, literally missed my mouth just all over my face, and shoved my mouth full of sugar, screaming in agony. The two of us, oh my gosh, but we did it. We held it together while the credits went down, while our lip went,
Nina!
I'm not even joking.
Did you have to go to hospital?
No, but I do know I had the worst stomach ache for about 3 days straight. I was in agony.
Oh my word!
Yeah, and this is a curry that's sold in Newcastle. It is the hottest. I think Guinness World Records on it is the hottest curry in the UK.
I hope you ate some St. John's wort after that. And that cured it all for you.
I just remember having these really, maybe that's how to get plump lips.
Easy. It's probably a
TikTok hardy chili, just touch it, dear.
Yes.
The plumpest lips in the world.
That is horrific. That sounds like
It was
a painful live TV moment.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Well done you for holding it together though. She's a true actress, everyone. A true actress. I mean, absolutely incredible. Okay. Out of everyone you have worked with, you know, theatre stars,
Sure.
TV stars,
Yeah.
who would you love to go on a shopping spree with, and who would you hate to go on a shopping spree with?
Ooh. I'd probably love to go on a shopping. There's so many actually, because a lot of the girls I work with are nieces. Actually, I'd love to go with Craig. I think Craig would be great to go on a shopping.
Craig Rebel Hallwood.
Yes, because he's also very brutally honest.
Yes.
So I think it'd be fun because we just laughed the whole time. And then I'm sure if either I or him wore something that just was not appropriate, we'd be quite blunt in saying it. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to go shopping with. Who I'd hate to go shopping with is, oh gosh, I can't, let me think. Who would I hate to go shopping with? Probably Himesh, who played Tumba in EastEnders, you know, because Himesh is very, and I know him outside and it's just very simple, very plain. So it'd just be very boring. We'd just be, you know, very boring t-shirt and trousers, jeans. He has about as much interest in clothes shopping as I do, so yeah.
I was going to say, because, you know, judging by the fact you hate your secret.
I hate my secret. We'd be the most boring people to go shopping with. We'd probably just end up going and playing laser tag somewhere. I don't know.
Oh my God. Nina, thank you so much for being a complete and utter joy. Congratulations on an absolutely incredible career, and I'm sure lots more to come. Thank you for joining us on the Joy of Shopping podcast.
Oh, you are brilliant, by the way.
That's
really
very
enjoyed
kind.
this.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it too. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Joy of Shopping podcast. You can catch up with all the other episodes in our YouTube playlist. Do not forget to subscribe if you love this sort of content. Thank you so much for watching.